Right. You hear these athletes talking about, yeah, we was out there tricking. What? Why? You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. Stop paying people that you don't have no respect for. It sets it up bad for us. We got women out.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
Team cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it.
You play to win the game. Hello?
Man, yes, sir.
Liquor license?
A what?
A liquor license. Was she a dyke, a lesbian?
You're not gonna hate man.
You're just a flightless bird.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town? I can't hear you.
You're not gonna hate man.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Baby, I want you. Girl, I know you got a body. Where you get your little body?
Friend, if you swallowing, goggling, girlfriend, if you.
Girl, would you fuck me?
Now, this is a late night stream, but you know, let me put it to you like this. I'm really first with the news. I just take it easy because I don't have traction like that anyway. But I'm going to bring this out first. Clearly, no one can break this down. It's a lengthy piece of work. Man, I don't even know where to begin, but I have this spot set up. But I have you guys know, man, this Joy Taylor, she's putting this work out for us, man. Like, yo, if we had a channel, we would make money off this. Look at who Joy Taylor brings into the fray.
This is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She is a psychology expert, a renowned life coach, co-producer of MTV's Teen Mom Family Reunion. She is the president of branch number 1069 of NAACP, the author.
If you have a 700 plus credit score, you qualify for Chase's new program where you could access up to
Mental Detox, the power and guidance to implement peace, joy, balance, and financial abundance into your life. Welcome to Too Personal.
Girl, listen, this is like, I'm excited to be here for one. I told you off air anyways that I love your work, right? On the network, on the, I call it the sports show, but you corrected me the name of it. I love how you're spicy. I love how you bring it. I love that you're a straight shooter. And so, I mean, I'm happy to be here, and I'm just happy to be able to share whatever gems that we can share and whatever, you know, allows people to shift into a better place.
Ma'am, this video, I haven't watched it, but I would say it's so horrible that I just had to do this live stream. Ma'am, both of you ladies have no children. What is your value in regard to a man? Please, whatever they told you, it is a lie. And you know the truth. Your value is box.
Of just a better quality of life, or getting their mental health in a place that's better than it was before. Because that's what I do, and that's what I love to do. And I'm able to do it from a place of straight from the hip, because I'm not really here to be liked. I'm here to interrupt dysfunctional cycles and patterns that no longer serve our community. And it's not just about the Black community, because mental health is a human right. It's not a one race, one gender, or one culture right. It's a human right. But because I happen to be Black and woman and Latina, right, I'm going to start in the communities that look like me. And so thank you for having the platform and for allowing me to be able to be here.
So hold on. So now she's Latina. She's a tether. Anyway, let's go.
And use your platform commingled with my platform to be able to change lives and just bring the truth. Well, you can't hear a lie.
Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I feel the same way about you and everything that you're doing, which is why I'm really excited to have you on. Because listen, I recognize a tough, spicy woman. That is what I do every day as well. And I have lots of questions because I've been a fan of yours for a while. And there's been moments where I'm like, oop, she's better than me. She's better than me. Oh, child. Because I see how people try you. And I get tried all the time. Obviously, I work in sports. So I've been dealing with irrational feedback for my entire career. And,
But why? Why wouldn't you go work somewhere where you can get regular feedback? Because you want to compete against men, and the man is your enemy. If you represent feminism and feminism is an enemy of men, but you won't take feminism to the whole level, which is, I got to be careful, which is pay for your husband.
No, you've had some pretty high profile pushbacks, so to speak. So how do you keep it together? Because me personally, I'm like, and I can see this in you, so that's really why I'm asking you, because I'd be like, I wish a motherfucker would every day try and talk to me like that. Because you,
ma'am, you're not going to put yourself in the arena. Ma'am, you could never deal with what Cheyenne Bryan deals with because you're dealing with celebrities, people who have something to lose. Now, that's the only thing I give Cheyenne, well, a little bit of credit for. She's out here for the regular men to criticize her. Clearly, she doesn't care. Difference is she's not Joy Taylor, where she has all these guys with millions and millions of dollars around that have to watch the way that they speak around her or they lose money. But Joy Taylor, come down to the regular level, my level, where I have nothing to lose to speak to you any kind of way that I choose to. You can't sue me. So, like I said, man, it's a bad representation for the sisters because you're a grass-feeding lion. You are not thorough. And all bravado was built out of the society that men built with laws and governing bodies. You are not this individual spectacle.
pushbacks, so to speak. So how do you keep it together? Because me personally, I'm like, and I can see this in you, so that's really why I'm asking you, because I'd be like, I wish a motherfucker would every day try and talk to me like that, because you really can't check for me anyway. But you kept it together. You were very graceful and composed, which is the right thing to do, because then you actually get your point across. And when I start to get hot, I have to remind myself, like, you know, when your face starts to get hot and you get that feeling where you're like, oh.
Ma'am, your face get hot around who, around where, about what? Fuck you think you talking to, man? This is the problem. They have the ability to speak to the air, and bitches receive that, and clown brothers receive this. And the problem that we're going to continue to face is that they can speak and you can't. And when you speak, you get shot down, and you let that happen.
I'm about to crash out.
Yeah. And your spirit's like, take them the fuck out.
Yeah. Because that's
like,
that's really what they're asking for.
Like,
That's
yeah, Hassan, I'm trying. I'm trying anything to get me 1,000 subs, brother. If you got some extra phones, use those to subscribe to me, man. I need to get to 1,000 so I can get paid out here, man. I'm trying anything, but more importantly, I'm really first with the news. I just don't have the views. I'm first with the news, though.
It's really what they desire. Because why the fuck else would they be talking to me like this? Right. So how do you quench that spirit?
So I'm authentically the same person, whether it's Dr. Bryan or Cheyenne. But Dr. Bryan has a purpose, and I understand that. And so when I'm in that space and I have my psychology hat on, I just have a lot of grace and compassion. And I'm not really seeing what you're saying.
That's another thing, fellas. From what we all understand, this bitch, now I'm not knocking it, but she has a degree from the University of Phoenix. When these bitches talk to you, you have to be working and doing all this stuff, and your qualifications have to be up to snuff. It's a lot, King.
Seeing the pain at which it comes from. And I'm not really hearing what you're saying. I'm actually decoding that you're asking and screaming for help. And so whenever somebody's in a place of projecting pain or trauma or projecting this resistance onto you, wherever the resistance is, the pain is. And so in that space, I'm going to dismantle somebody. And it's not only that I know it because I know me. Honestly, Joy, when I make sure that I come from a place of really helping somebody, like the Bible says, come to themselves.
We are fucked up, but I'm trying. I got some stuff back at the beginning that we're gonna do in the morning, but I want to see what they said here this evening.
And you grow something that's called a strong internal locus, and you learn how to really not give a fuck when nobody cares about you, but learn how to care about them. And so for me, again, the Bible says it was good for me that I was afflicted, because my affliction has built me for a time.
We are fucked up if we listening to these women, but let's go.
You are a powerful woman. And when you're a woman who dares to show up as yourself.
Powerful woman. In what regard? In what regard? That you lived all these years and you didn't have a baby? that you deleted babies, that your vaginal condition is, you're willing to keep a secret from the man you're making love to? Where's the power?
Of it, but one of the things is like when you are a powerful woman and when you're a woman who dares to show up as yourself and to give your opinion and to be.
That's another lie. See, this they got me upset tonight. I ain't gonna lie. Dare to show up as your authentic self. Ma'am, you mind running this Pussycat Facts report? Because I'm sick of women talking knowing they got bad vaginas. And then you look good, so that's supposed to wash away your bad vagina. It irks me.
Be unapologetic and to go toe to toe with other powerful, egotistical men. When you work in a space where there's a lot of masculine energy, your vibrations are very aggressive, and you have to in order to survive. And I have
survive what? Men don't want to be sued. There's nothing for you to survive. This fear-mongering, braggadocious, grass-feeding lion.
A different story, but a similar story in growing up around abuse and growing up with people constantly talking down to me, talking down to everyone around you, like emotional, mental terrorism, really, that puts you in a space where you're not even a child anymore. So it's very difficult for me to be vulnerable and to tap into, like, I don't fucking know you. Like, I care about my family. I care about my friends. You, on the other hand, can die.
And don't talk to me.
You, on the other hand, can die and don't talk to me. But you guys carry all this respect for these black bitches, man. I keep telling y'all this is war.
Know you. Like, I care about my family. I care about my friends. You, on the other hand, can die.
And don't talk to me like that, right?
Like I care about my family. I care about my friends. You, on the other hand, can die.
And don't talk to me like that, right?
Like, no, you can literally die. Like, I don't have
right.
it in me to care about you.
Yeah.
And I think that I'm trying to be aware of how much hate and how much negativity and how much social is pumping all of this stuff into us. And I have to be.
Ma'am, who is pumping anything into you? You work amongst millionaire men. Shouldn't even have that job. It's supposed to be a man's job. So where's the hate coming from? Who's mad at you? We heard you fuck the boss. I mean, you got all these different wonderful opportunities. Where's the hate coming from? Your life is good. You decided to not have a husband. All you said you care about is your family. So why would
be aware that I'm vulnerable to those kind of messages as well, because what you're saying is right, but I don't have that yet.
But I want to ask you this: how does that defense mechanism, how does it show up and work when you're in romantic relationships?
So it's interesting.
Cheyenne Bryant, you are not in a romantic relationship. Like, why don't you ladies just keep it about no men around? Stop acting like a man. See, I wish you brothers could get it, man. You have no relevance in the overall scheme of them trying to achieve whatever the fuck it is in life. And by them placing your eggplant on some sort of monitoring system, or you should give a fuck because you got some box, but these people talk like this about you and to you, and you don't know the Pussycat Facts report, you should feel like you're being lapped.
Defense mechanism. How does it show up and work when you're in romantic relationships?
So it's
first of all, I never tell a nigga about my Pussycat Facts report. That's the first line of order.
You asked that because you said something that I wanted to ask you about, because I fucking 100% relate to this, and I get this question.
Why is she cursing so much? I guess that makes her sexy.
Lot. And I get a lot from men too. We're like, oh, like this is how you act in a relationship. Like, baby, please, come on. I am an alpha submissive.
Yeah.
And
I'm an alpha submissive. It's what we call an oxymoron. I've never watched this video, but y'all know how it is. They like sending the algorithm sends me all the bad vaginas. I know y'all might not understand that, but they send me bad vaginas that I could review. Now, she talks about bad vaginas in the beginning. We're going to do that in the morning. See that? I don't want to spoil it. I'm just doing basic breakdown right now.
Because I fucking 100% relate to this. And I get this question a lot. And I get a lot from men too. Who are like, oh, like this is how you act in a relationship. Like, baby, please. Come on. I am an alpha submissive.
Yeah.
What is an alpha submissive? I'm an alpha woman, meaning I make my own money, but I want a man to make more money, and that way I could be submissive to him. There you have it, man. So I guess if I was able to ask her a question, I would ask her, what year did you become an alpha submissive? She's going to lie and say, well, you know, I was like a little tomboy when I wasn't this pretty joy. I was a tomboy. I got 5 brothers and 4 sisters. Ma'am, when did you come up with the term alpha submissive? Because it's new.
Oh, like this is how you act in a relationship. Like, baby, please. Come on. I am an alpha submissive.
Yeah.
And I love being soft with my man. And it's the only way I actually can be around
In
a
a
man.
relationship.
If a man is around me and brings out, as soon as that corso starts snaring, I'm not even interested anymore. Because like you, my tongue, I am going to say something that is going to mentally and emotionally destroy you.
Black man, I've told you this time and time again. If a woman believes that she could say something out of her mouth to mentally destroy you, that means you are looking for respect out of a woman. That means you're a dumbass, because that respect can be taken away at any given moment and she could just talk to you any kind of way. Now, in the real world, we don't care what you say unless you pay.
Like you, my tongue, I am going to say something that is going to mentally and emotionally destroy you. That's my
You
goal.
niggas have gave these bitches so much power that they believe that if they say something to you, I mean, let me just say this, man. If that ain't some white shit, that must be the white side of her family. Because only white women do that shit. I'm gonna say something so threatening that it will just destroy you, the things that I'm gonna say. Ma'am, if you don't shut the fuck, ma'am, say what you want. I still get this pussy? Okay.
Actually, if you put me in a space where I'm in a corner and I have to defend myself or I have to fight my way out of this, I'm going to employ the things that I have at my disposal.
Like what? Like what?
I talk for a living. I'm gonna say something that's gonna fuck you up for your whole life. This thing I've been.
Black man, if a black woman or any woman could say something to you and fuck your whole life up, you are a clown. But that's the power that you gave these bitches, that they believe they could say something to you. But like you say, this is all, I guess, a TV world. See? Because where we live at, niggas already know. Ma'am, you could say whatever you want. Bend that box over.
Been holding on to, because you put me in that position. And men who are attracted to women like us understand to create a space where you don't feel attacked, where you don't feel challenged in negative ways, because you can challenge us. You can have hard conversations, but you have to create a space where I feel safe. Yeah, that's the only man I want to be around, is someone that makes me feel safe, not just.
Ma'am, if you pride yourself in being strong and independent, why does that not make you feel safe? Your own strength. Why do I need to do
it? But you have to create a space where I feel safe. Yeah, that's the only man I want to be around, is someone that makes me feel safe, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. And
ma'am, stop the show. Stop the damn show. Financially, ma'am, you making millions of dollars. So you just showed how you are selfish. You want feminism to win, but you want a man to take care of you financially. You don't like men. That's wild. I guess the only thing left is to say, what is your Pussycat Facts report, so men can really understand? Oh, you Joy Taylor. You ain't got no fallopian tubes. They done snatch your uterus out. Or you got all these fibroids and all this other stuff going on in your box. So you just a fun toy. You're not this darling of a wife. You're a fun fuck.
As someone that makes me feel safe, not just physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. And yeah, I'm gonna be a little baby girl. I'm not trying to fight with you.
Yeah, but I love that you said that because
What?
I was having a
And yeah, I'm gonna be a little baby girl. I'm not trying to fight with you.
yeah, but I love
What?
that you said
Spiritually, financially, and yeah, I'm gonna be a little baby girl. I'm not trying to fight with
yeah,
you.
but I
I'm gonna be a little pretty girl. I'm not trying to fight with you, but I was just fighting with you.
love that you said that because I was having a conversation earlier with one of my clients and I was saying we use this word alpha, right?
Mhm.
And I use it too by being a hybrid, alpha submissive. But alpha really
What? Hybrid alpha submissive. Let me tell you something, Miss Bryant. If you got a client, that's a dumbass.
we use this word alpha, right?
Mhm.
And I use it too by being a hybrid, alpha submissive. But alpha really isn't something that exists in us women,
Mhm.
but we use it to
Here we go. Here we go. So, Joy Taylor invites Cheyenne Bryant over. Joy Taylor believes Cheyenne Bryant is strong. So she's trying to play strong. And she's like, I'm an alpha submissive. Now, Cheyenne Bryant's like, yo, women can't be alpha, but I'm a hybrid alpha. What? What? What?
Liquor license?
A what?
A liquor license. Was she a dyke, a lesbian?
Oh,
because I was having a conversation earlier with one of my clients and I was saying we use this word alpha, right?
Mhm.
And I use it too by being a hybrid, alpha submissive. But alpha really isn't something that exists in us women,
Mhm.
but we use it to describe when we get out of our feminine. And all it is exactly what you said. When a woman feels like she's in an unsafe environment, then
Can we describe what an unsafe environment is? And does it only exist when a man is present?
feminine. And all it is exactly what you said. When a woman feels like she's in an unsafe environment, then you will see her defend herself. And her defending herself goes into what looks like a masculine energy.
Right.
And if a
Does that draw blood from anyone? Do you make a difference? What are you doing to display this masculine energy? Are you stopping anyone in their tracks? What are you doing?
man attempts to double down on that masculine energy, then that ends up being an abusive, hostile situation and environment.
What? Oh, so you can only be in a dangerous situation if a man is present. Oh, gotcha. Look, y'all, this is a long video. We got a lot of this to cook up. I don't even know how much I could cook this evening, but let's go.
Environment.
And it's negative that we even think that that type of behavior is
It's
attached to
okay.
being
Yes.
masculine.
Yes, yes. And so the correct response I was telling the gentleman earlier is to ask your partner, your woman, baby, I see that you're unsafe right now. What have I done or what happened that caused you to be unsafe?
What did I tell you? What I tell you niggas? You niggas around bitches that you gotta ask what's wrong all day. What I do? What can I do? What? Man, if you don't get your strong, independent ass, and the only time you feel unsafe is when I'm around, other than that, you carry yourself with strength. I'm not doing that.
And so the correct response I was telling the gentleman earlier is to ask your partner, your woman, baby, I see that you're unsafe right now. What have I done or what happened that caused you to be unsafe? Help me facilitate you so that I know how I have to pivot, I know who I have to check, or I know how I can facilitate you. So
Wow. I guess you can see why these people ain't got nobody. Ain't no dumbass man doing no shit like that. She's telling the client to do it. Clearly, ain't no man doing no shit like that. So, if you're going to move with the advice of a woman, you don't mind getting treated like one in a bad way.
So if I did it, I need to understand how I make sure I don't put you back into that corner that you call a corner, that unsafe space. Because the only reason why you're out of your softness is because you're no longer disarmed. You're at war.
Yeah.
And
I'm with
and
someone.
like
What I tell y'all, nobody believes me when I talk. You are at war, pimps.
you're out of your softness is because you're no longer disarmed. You're at war.
Yeah.
And
I'm with
like
someone
you
who
said,
I've
if I'm
been
at war, I'm here to
vulnerable
take you
with.
out.
Right. I'm not going to lose.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to.
What I tell y'all, gladiator spirits and behaviors. Like I said, this is a lot. This is a lot to unpack when you're dealing with old box, who knows the conditions of the box, and a lot more.
Going to put myself in a position to lose. But I was raised by an abusive father. I've been in physical.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Men are dangerous in your strong, independent ass.
Oh, I'm not going to put myself in a position to lose. But I was raised by an abusive father. I've been in physically abusive relationships. Any kind of abuse that's happened, you can check for me.
Wow.
So, any kind of abuse that happened, you have committed as well, right? You committed this as well, or you was just always an angel. How can I have the conversation with you if you can't be real about anything? And I'm talking about the shit that you think that you're spitting that's real about men. You won't disclose your PCF report. And then you're going to say you never abused anybody. How can I have this conversation? A man like me, I would just shut up and let you talk. You cannot expect me to enter what they call the trick bag.
Been in physically abusive relationships. Any kind of abuse that's
Plain, what you doing up, Plain?
happened, you can check for me.
Wow.
So
Sorry to hear that.
thank you. I've done a lot of work,
Yeah.
and I'm still doing work. But when that question arises, that's the answer though. Like I can't afford to be unsafe around men. I work with a lot of men who are all, I hate the word alpha too. It's just like so overused. It
Masculine
means
men.
nothing. But
Ma'am, you just said you're an alpha.
around men, I work with a lot of men who are all, I hate the word alpha too. It's just like so overused.
You just called yourself an alpha. Now you hate the word. But I tell you what, sis, you are so in whatever level that you are on, and I know what you're doing. You're putting this sort of silly rhetoric out so that the black YouTube could pick it up, because this white women would never deal with this type of niggified shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Reason. It
Masculine
means
men,
nothing, but
yeah.
just they have achieved a lot of things. They are one percenters in a lot of ways, whether it's money or power or legacy, accomplishments, all these things. So in order to move around that space with confidence, you have to truly exude confidence. And
Ma'am, you're missing the point. This is why you could never speak to somebody like me, because you speak from a selfish nature. Why wouldn't you? Well, this is hopeless, y'all, but I'm gonna say it. Why wouldn't you advocate for men to work around women with money?
things, they are one percenters in a lot of ways, whether it's money or power or legacy, accomplishments, all these things. So in order to move around that space with confidence, you have to truly exude confidence and not any kind of insecurity, because people can sense that. Even other powerful women can sense that. And we're all vulnerable in a lot of ways, but you have to do, and I have done work to understand how to set up boundaries and recognize, okay, this is an unsafe space. What do you think about, we say like gut feelings, or I use the word energy a lot, but that is something that usually gets triggered, is when your body is telling you like,
spirit,
I think Plain was right. Outright babble. That's why I'm doing this portion. We got some good stuff for the morning in the same interview, though.
Easily start to create things because of her abandonment's going to inflame. She may even start to think you're going to sabotage or leave. And when she does, she can be uncontrollable. She can come off as very insecure. She is going to want to do things like looking. But these relationships nowadays are islands. Like, once you heal, Joy, we can't be together. If you can, let's rock and roll. He said, sign me up. Easily start to create things because of her abandonment's going to inflame. She may even start to think you're going to sabotage or leave. And when she does, she can be uncontrollable. She can come off as very insecure. She is going to want to do things like look in your phone. She's going to want to do things like ask you questions you've already answered 2 months ago.
We did Cheyenne Bryant on Fox Soul before. And one of her key things is looking into a man's phone. I mean, come on, guys. Ma'am, you don't have anybody. Oh, I can have somebody. Then why won't you do it? What's his name? Where he live at? Why that man can't be highlighted to where they show this is a good man, and women can say, yo, where is your friends? Some selfish people, I tell you.
She is going to want to do things like look in your phone. She's going to want to do things like ask you questions you've already answered 2 months ago. And so I'm going to need you to look. It can be uncontrollable. She can come off as very insecure. She is going to want to do things like look in your phone. She's going to want to do things like ask you questions you've already answered 2 months ago. And so I'm going to need you to facilitate. If you cannot, we can't be together. If you can, let's rock and roll. He said, sign me up. Right. So I at least let him know this is who you're choosing, baby, because I don't want us to fail.
Right.
I don't want us to fail. And if I don't have the awareness of what I need, I can't expect you to show up and figure that out. Now I do say.
Okay, Miss Bryant, are you taking any questions? Oh, you are? When did you come up with this rule system? How old are you? 40 something? So all the other men, you didn't require this. So this is new. All right, got it.
Say this, that a partnership, even a friendship, is not about you coming healed and I'm coming healed and
Right.
then get
No
your
one
shit
is-
together.
no one
until-
is
yeah,
fully healed.
but these relationships nowadays are islands. Like once you heal, Joy, then come to me. It's like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm never going to be perfect. And so if you cannot help me heal the parts of me that you're going to be exposed to, I don't want no parts of you. Because your responsibility and my responsibility, even as friends, is to say, Joy, hold on, what's going on right now? Where did I trigger you at? We better than that, sis. What's up? Talk.
Ma'am, I am not a girl. Whatever you thinking, when it comes to putting that in my thought process, throw the shit out. I'm not going to think on those levels ever. Just because I don't want to. I'm not thinking like no fucking bitch. I fuck you. What is wrong with you? Ma'am. What are you?
Talk to me. Okay, so let me know what that trigger word was so I understand what word not to use and I understand what your boundaries are because I care about.
Bitch. I say bitch. That triggers you. I hope it triggers you to fuck me or it trigger you to go fuck somebody else. At least something to activate your pussy. You got it all fucked up. We are men.
Know what that trigger word was so I understand what word not to use and I understand what your boundaries are because I care about this relationship and I don't want us ever to have to go to war. So what I need to do? Let's have this conversation.
Girl, you just said so much though, but okay, hold on. I'm like, I don't know where I want to start. Well, let's work backwards.
Go ahead.
How do you advise someone to be transparent about their traumas, to be open and authentic to the point that they feel comfortable, but not trauma bond with someone?
First thing you need to do is get yourself a real reading of the Pussycat Facts Report. While that is the only and tried and true way that a man can really know how to assess your ass. And in that, he can treat you in any way that you may see unfit. Why? He actually knows what your true worth is. So saying that you're going to enter a conversation with authenticity and all this other truth, it's a lie. It's a lie. Now, I know you never heard this type of talk. I know. But just to know that you're just lying from the rip. Oh, you're going to do the Pussycat Facts Report? Okay, cool. You run your Pussycat Facts Report. Now I can speak to you. I know that you're speaking with truth. That's all.
Right. And so comfort is your responsibility. No one can make you feel comfortable. I'm choosing you because I've already felt a comfort in you. So my thing is, if I choose you, I trust you. If I don't trust you, I'm not choosing you. So
Let me play the video.
once I choose you and I see that you want to be chosen obviously back and it's reciprocal, then I'm going wide open. That could be a week, a day, a couple weeks. I don't think it takes a month. That's too long. I think
to be transparent with someone
about
Ooh,
how
child.
about how, let me tell you why, because
what kind of transparent?
There you go. What kind of transparency? We want the Pussycat Facts Report off the rip. I don't care about all the other trauma. The trauma that you believe you're going through, I would be able to read it outside of the Pussycat Fact, well, inside of the Pussycat Facts Report. And I know. You don't want to tell nobody this type of stuff. I just want you to know that it's impossible for you to say that you're an honest woman. Yeah, to the man you're making love to. You're not honest.
Transparent, let's say, about the abandoned little girl. About, I don't think it takes a month. That's too long. I think
To be transparent with someone?
Mhm. about
Oh,
how
child.
about how. Let me tell you why. Because
What kind of transparent?
transparent, let's say, about the abandoned little girl that's in me.
Okay.
That's a made up story. That's a Dorothy Wizard of Oz bullshit story about the little girl in you. I want to know about that grown pussy you mistreated for decades. Sorry, ma'am. Men have gotten to a new level. See, you're still on that old level. It's an old level. We are above that now. That transparency storytelling shit. Ma'am, I watch you bitches on TikTok all day. You know how to tell stories.
Tell you why. Because
What kind of transparent?
transparent, let's say, about the abandoned little girl that's in me.
Okay.
Once-
Yeah, I
yeah.
think after a couple weeks, if you're feeling somebody, you
A
need to
couple
be
weeks,
honest
yeah.
with
If we
them.
go on a couple dates and because we're grown at this point, if we lock in chemistry, we go on 2 or 3 dates, we almost start to see each other as much as we can.
Right.
And that's kind of like the trajectory of dating, and there's real chemistry, right? If
Yeah, but
not-
also that's a good thing to put on it though, is we are grown.
right.
Like I don't know if this conversation necessarily applies to a 23-year-old.
Yeah, I did at 23.
You did at 23?
At 23. I was, my first engagement was 23. And not only did I verbally say it, but I think at 23, my actions more showed it, because I didn't have enough self-awareness at 23 to say, listen, I'm an abandoned little girl and I'm gonna look crazy as hell half the time.
Right.
'Cause at 23, I just was figuring out that I had abandoned.
So you still have the abandoned little girl syndrome. Ma'am, you bitches are unwell.
And I'm figuring out what unconditional love looks like, and he's trying to figure that out with me. So my behaviors really exhibited abandonment and trauma. And he was just like this really good guy from this really great family. And, not that he was perfect, but he didn't have as much trauma as my butt had. And he was just like, look, I'm just trying to love the hell out of you and facilitate you, and I'm not leaving you. And I was just,
Ma'am, that is not the way I want you speaking on men, as calling them good on how you left them. I want to know the man that you're fucking now. I want to know the man that you're going to marry now. He's the good man, because you are this finished product. Who is he? Let him be highlighted so women can pick from his tree. It's all bullshit, man.
had, and he was just like, look, I'm just trying to love the
Don't speak on my brothers in some old stupid term. He was a good man. I'm just trying to love you. No. Who's the man that's rocking right now?
hell out of you and facilitate you, and I'm not leaving you. And I was just like, rah, rah, rah. And he's just like, but I love you. I'm not going nowhere, but I'm here. But I still want to marry you. But I still want to be with you. But I'm here. I'll sleep on the door. I sleep on the balcony. I'm here. Like, I'm not leaving. If you lock the door, I'm sleeping at the door. Like, and this is D1 college football player. This ain't no just regular little, not with all due respect, little L7. This is a dude who, black and white dude, handsome. I mean, he's in demand. Women want him. He's not just some regular Joe Blow. But he was what I needed at that time, because I needed to have somebody, Joy, who I knew, or who God knew could prove to me that abandonment wasn't the only way. And that somebody can stick it through. Somebody can be there with me, that really does exist. Even if we didn't make it to forever.
Wow. They didn't make it to forever. Well, who did? They didn't make it to forever, and he was a great man. So which man made it to forever with you since then? Brothers, man, yo, we fucked up, man. They get all the notoriety while I can't even get 1,000 fucking subs, man. And they are just misleading motherfuckers, man. This is crazy. I have the Pussycat Facts report, something that'll sit both of these bitches down in their tracks. Say, man, before we have this conversation, I need to know you're dealing with honesty. You run your badass Pussycat Facts report. Oh, it's bad? No judgment here. Let's run the conversation. I just need to know who I'm talking to. It's almost like talking to a down low brother. I need to know you down low so I can know how to speak to you. I wouldn't speak to you in any real terms, nigga. Anyway.
They needed to know that somebody had my back. No matter how crazy I acted, somebody loved me unconditionally, and that unconditional love was real. How did I know he loved me unconditionally? Because of the advice that I'm giving you and everyone else here. I took my chest and I opened up and said, bro, look at it. Look at my scars. Look at my wounds. Look at my heart. It's shattered.
Ma'am, we don't want to look at that. That's old news. We want the Pussycat Facts report. That will tell us what your scars are in regard to men. You don't determine what I need to see. I know what I need to see. The Pussycat Facts report.
It's broken. Look at my vulnerability. There's abuse over here. There's trauma over here. There's heartbreak over here. There's neglect over here.
I don't give a fuck. My gladiator sleep. I gotta be careful. I don't give a fuck. I want to know what that Pussycat Facts report is. Yo, you women are sick.
Look at my vulnerability. There's abuse over here. There's trauma over here. There's heartbreak over here. There's neglect over here. I'm crazy as hell over here. I'm going to be insecure over here. I'm going to fuck around and completely dismantle you. I'm finna emasculate you over here. What's up? You want it?
Ma'am. And your Pussycat Facts report reads bad? See, because you still keep trying to assume that you are healthy and functioning. That is some of the most untrue shit that's being held through the black community, that the black woman is healthy and well. That is the misnomer.
Here over here. I'm gonna fuck around and completely dismantle you. I'm finna emasculate you over here. What's up? You want it? Are you taking this ride or not? I don't want nobody with me who ain't gonna take a ride with me for who I am. If you can't ride with me,
ma'am, is it anybody that's riding with you? Where the fuck is he? You should always speak on the man I got. He's taking this ride, not if you can't. Ma'am, that is not inviting. Men like to make love to inviting pussy. He don't want to take it. He don't want all that.
Are you taking this ride or not? I don't want nobody with me who ain't gonna take a ride with me for who I am. If you can't ride with me for everything I came with, bruh, you gotta go.
Ma'am, you won't tell me everything. I need to know your Pussycat Facts report. Fuck it. Y'all niggas made me do it. Plain, you made me do it. I gotta go pull out the Pussycat Facts report, man. Enough is enough. Like, you bitches are crazy, man. It's impossible that you could keep up with us men. We are way too advanced for this shit nowadays, man. Don't make no sense, okay?
He did that because he wasn't traumatized. Because the reason I asked you about the trauma bonding is I used to be that way.
Yeah.
I used to call it the joy brochure. Like, I would just give the joy brochure. Like, here's all the crazy shit. Like, it's this thick. There you go. Boom. Dust flies off the table.
Yeah.
It's very dramatic.
And it's all a lie. This is you don't need a big book. All you need is this one little page right here. The Pussycat Facts report. This will let brothers know everything that they need to know. We don't need a big book. And it's a disrespect to you players out there. They think you're stupid. And I know it ain't cool. They think you are stupid. You're supposed to know everything in that book and just disregard the Pussycat Facts report so you can know how to operate with the bitch. So you're supposed to heal all that and still, oh, you got to go to the pussy doctor with this bitch because she look good and you want this pussy to work. I know. Hold on. I think I got to pull this down first.
I'm like, I have this and I did this, and you're gonna hate that I did this, and this is in my past, and this is what I dealt with, and this person, and all of the things.
Yeah.
And the people that would, some good people accepted it, but also people took advantage of my unhealed parts of that and found ways to make me feel guilty about my past and preyed on me and terrorized me. And because of that, I have drawn back tremendously on, not that I'm not transparent with
Yeah,
people, because I
totally.
do think it's important. Like I've been divorced, I've been engaged, ended an engagement, I've been through all kinds of crazy shit. And I do think it's important to be honest with people about that. But no one gets the joy brochure anymore. Like
Yeah.
you have to earn it. There's no flyers on the wall. You have to prove to me in a lot of different ways that I am safe here and that you're not ever going to try to use it. Because to me, the biggest betrayal that anyone can do to me is to take vulnerability that I have given them, whether that's me confessing something about my past or letting them into my traumas or bringing them into my life. And
There you go. I know you guys don't understand this. You don't understand this. This is all based on the Pussycat Facts report. This is the hiding stuff that I'm talking about here. You have to prove yourself to get to learn all of this other stuff. Still no Pussycat Facts report though.
me confessing something about that anyone can do safe here and that you're not ever going to try to use it. Because to me, the
And you're never gonna ever try to use the Pussycat Facts report against her. So she'll rather not tell you.
biggest betrayal that anyone can do to me is to take vulnerability that I have given them, whether that's me confessing something about my past or letting them into my traumas or bringing them into my life, and then they use that to hurt me. That will make me into the craziest bitch you've ever seen in your fucking life.
Oh, yeah.
Ma'am, I don't care how crazy you are. Once you give your Pussycat Facts report, you're gonna know that you're crazy because I know how to operate with you. You have a dead box, but you look good. You want to be taken more serious than that. I get it.
And it just like makes my head spin around. And I don't know if I can afford to have somebody do that because I might really like fucking crash out.
Let me ask you this. How do you know that you're safe with me if you don't give me anything to protect?
How often do you think about your poop? Now, some people think about their poop a lot, others not so much. Did you know that?
Okay. You spit a little bit. I mean, you can give it a little bit.
That's
right?
fine.
You can give it a little bit and see how they handle
You can go
that.
at your pace. But the other thing is, and I package this up with so much love, so just catch it with love first, okay? When they took advantage of you, when they used your beauty, your vulnerability, it's your trauma, your pain, your vulnerability is it's so beautiful. The right person is going to be like, oh my God, like you went through that, like.
I don't know how much more I could do this, man.
I love you. Like you, oh my God, I get a chance to lick your wounds. I get a chance to be intimate with that. I get a chance to help you heal on that. I get an opportunity to take this brokenness and I get the one that gets to say, I put that back together. I did that. Like, that's a stand-up man. That's a stand-up woman. That's a
There you go, black man.
stand-up person. We all looking for that.
Right.
You know, what we lead with is what we value most. And what we value most is where our safety is.
Okay, black women and women like yourself lead with your wallet. And your wallet is where your safety is. I hate to break this to you, black women. Black men know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I used to lead with being more confrontational. Because for me, I was safe in confrontation.
Yeah.
Because I got confrontation as a young woman that allowed me to externalize my pain.
That's a lie. I use confrontation so the nigga won't try to fuck me. He wasn't a nigga like Prince Simp. I could be confrontational all day and he'll still fuck me. A lot of men don't like fucking through confrontation. Come on, man. Ma'am, if you can't be honest, I can't have the conversation. Fuck you could be in confrontational with a man for if it ain't to withhold pussy. What else you got?
Yeah.
Because I got confrontation as a young woman that allowed me to externalize my pain. And so I wish you would say something so I could light this place up. Because my pain needs a place to come out.
Right.
So say something. Say something so I can light it up. Or we can argue. Or we can get physical. That's how I ended up kicked out of Los Angeles Unified School District. Because I needed to externalize my pain. So I was walking down a hallway in high school wishing and hoping somebody said something.
Right.
Because I needed a place to put my pain. So what's up? But as I work through my stuff, I'm not confrontational anymore. I'm strong in my opinion. I'm solid in who I am. But I want to talk about the vulnerable stuff. I want to talk about love and what it feels like. I want to talk.
That's a lie. All conversations must start with the Pussycat Facts report. No judgment, but you can't just dress in a nice outfit and have a bad Pussycat Facts report and I'm supposed to treat you like a flower. That is what's happening out here, people. A woman who has misused, misrepresented her box for decades still gets to talk to you like you're a piece of shit and you're healthy. Health is wealth.
Talk about the unconditional love. I want to tell you my scars and my business, and I want you all in it.
No, no, no.
And
You're
so,
right. You're
right?
Yeah, yeah.
But
no, no.
that's because for me, I'm now, right? I'm now, but
I'm not doing all that.
I'm now safe in that space.
Yeah.
But
Joy Taylor, she don't want that. You could tell. Look, she don't like that Pussycat Facts report. Look.
But that's because for me, I'm now, right? My scars and my business, and I want you all in it.
No, no, no.
And
You're
so,
right.
See? No. I don't want you all in my Pussycat Facts report. No. I just want to showcase it to you that I can make money. I could drink liquor. I could make money. I could drink liquor. That's what I want to showcase to you. Everything else? No.
talk about the unconditional love. I want to tell you my scars and my business, and I want you all in it.
No, no, no.
And so,
You're right.
right?
Yeah,
But that's because.
There you go. Look, man. Plain, I know you can understand this, man. I've been getting loud and stuff. I can't overdo this with my gladiator in here. But I just wanted to give a little preference for what I got cooking for tomorrow. Like I say, I got a good beginning portion of this that's really hot. I just wanted to break this out first, get the news out first. And we got another second half to this video. But the beginning, she talks about more of what we talk about. The guide to modern women. Okay? Serious work. All right? That's a good Guide to Modern Women series episode, because she's talking about the stuff that we talk about. The malfunctions of the box.
As for me, I'm now, right? I'm now safe in that space.
Yeah.
But it took not just work, meaning like therapeutic work. It took the second part is what a lot of people don't get a lot of the times. And you mentioned you got it sometimes and not it, and you didn't get it sometimes, is having people in your space who you do the Superman wide open chest thing to, and they're like, still love you. Still here.
Yeah. That's all a black man is saying. Run this Pussycat Facts report. Give me the opportunity to still love you and still be here. I don't care about this Superman chest trauma. I want to know this box trauma. See, that will let me know how you really been living. I don't care about no body count. Give a damn about no body count. But I do want this Pussycat Facts report. And you know how you said, Miss Bryant, let's have the conversation. Somebody who can really understand you. Okay? Don't ever walk around like you're wholesome. All right, man. I'll come back in the morning, man. Niggas gonna get me busted.